Okay. Hello, my name is Jesse Anderson. This is my AEMT Supraglottic Airway skill demonstration. Here we have some equipment. Got a bag valve mask, syringe, King Airway, OPAs, tube holder, capnography attachment for the monitor, and some oxygen, which I should. Okay, and some lube, which is trying to get everywhere. Oh, and my stethoscope. So, I'm gonna just verbalize PPE this time. PPE for BSI. Is my scene safe? I've got on my mask and goggles and gloves and gown and whatnot, everything, all the standard precautions during a pandemic. There's my patient. So, can you breathe? I don't hear anything. I don't see any chest rise. The patient is apneic. I'm going to quickly measure my OPA, adjust the, neck's pretty good. Do a tongue lift, jaw lift, and just slide that in like that. Easy peasy. And begin to ventilate the patient. Oh, my examiner tells me that there's no gag reflex and the OPA is accepted. Yeah, I see chest rise. I'm going to ventilate every 5 to 6 seconds for a goal of 10 to 12 respirations per minute. After about 30 seconds of this, I'm going to hear from the examiner that the patient is sitting at 85% on room air, and that's unacceptable. We want 94 or greater. So I'm going to attach the oxygen. I have 30 seconds or less for a limit of interruptions. Oop, 10 to 15, I'll go 15 and continue. Still have chest rise. Now I am ventilating the patient and high flow, high concentration oxygen every 5 to 6 seconds. And at this point, the examiner will listen to the lungs and verify bilateral equal breath sounds, and then inform me that the medical control has ordered a supraglottic airway. So at this point, I will ask the examiner to take over the ventilations. It's imaginary, so you just have to imagine it. And I will prepare my equipment. Here I have King. I'm selecting the number 4. I believe this patient, before becoming truncated, was probably 5 to 6 feet. I don't see any cracks or anything, problems with the rigid parts. Let's give it some air. I don't see any leaks. Tight. All right. Now I want to evacuate it. Now I will lubricate the distal end and attach the. Yep. Now I will instruct my examiner to, after the next breath, please you may remove the bag valve mask, and I will take out the OPA. Just if you could step aside. Right. And this happens. And there we go. All right. There we go. Slide that out. Do a little tongue jaw lift. Slide this in. Okay. Okay. Try not to, making a proper depth. And alignment. I'm going to inflate the, oh, it seems to have seated itself. And I believe that's enough. Now I'm going to resume ventilations. Hopefully oh, by the way, the examiner, we got good chest rise. Examiner was supposed to pre-oxygenate. That was what was going on there while I was preparing the equipment. Oh, this makes a nice seal though. Very good. I'm not seeing any problems. For about 30 seconds, I'm going to ask my examiner to take over ventilations again. So I can auscultate. All right, so I'm going to listen to all 4 quadrants of the lungs for equal bilateral breath sounds. And I'm going to listen over the epigastrum, which is a little pretty. No sounds, and no air going into the stomach or esophagus. So I believe it's a successful placement. I don't need to. If it wasn't working, I would try pulling up on it a little bit. It might be too far down, but it's not. So next step is to verify that we've got a good placement by capnography. So I'm just going to, one more breath. Attach my capnography. Be careful not to dislodge the airway. All right, I'll continue ventilations and I'll hook this up to the cardiac monitor and look for a good waveform, around 35 to 45 millimeters mercury worth of CO2 at the end of each exhalation. And the examiner might ask, how would you know if you're delivering an adequate volume of air with each ventilation? And I would say just look for chest rise, although the capnography is useful and pulse ox is useful. Basically, the most important is chest rise. So now I'm going to ask my examiner to take over respirations again while I secure the mask. All right, now, I've still got good chest rise. I'll continue to monitor the capnography, make sure everything's working properly. Try not to hyperventilate the patient, because that's not good. And verify that it is secure. Okay. I believe that's all I wish to do. Okay, thank you.